Hey folks, walk with me. I found a YouTube channel which is pretty popular, and so I feel like I'm behind the times on it, but it's called Professor Dave Explains. And this is a guy who I think he has like a master's in some science field, but he talks a lot about the reemergence of just the lack of truth, the denial of science. And we're talking about like fundamental, well-proved, like centuries old in some cases, accepted science of physics, chemistry, biology, so on and so forth. Name your discipline. And, you know, it's crazy that things have gotten to a point where people think that they can just fundamentally distrust science, like well-proved science. And I'm not saying that you can't ask questions. What I am saying is you need to at least know what you're asking questions about. If you're not a computer scientist or like an engineer, like a software engineer, go start asking questions in that realm. Why don't things work like this? Why would things be like that? And you'll very quickly realize that you just don't even know what to ask and what not to ask, because you don't understand the art. You don't understand the field. You don't understand the fundamentals. And because you don't, your questions don't even make sense. And this is often the case, I think. Physics, astronomy, chemistry, etc. So instead of learning the fundamentals and then challenging them and then questioning them, I'm not saying that never happens, but I think it's predominant, especially people who are just out there making YouTube videos. They don't take the time to learn the information, to learn the fundamentals, and then go about asking questions, challenging it, so on and so forth. I think of all the flat earthers out there. That's an easy one. But you can extend that out through many, many, many different things. The people who don't understand virology, for example, and because you don't have a fundamental understanding, you're just really easily duped. You're really easily caught by someone saying, well, this makes sense, right? And just your non-attuned to that discipline mind goes, oh yeah, I guess that does make sense. But it only makes sense because you don't understand. You don't understand the fundamentals. It makes sense to an ignorant mind. And I don't mean ignorant as like, I'm not trying to put anyone down. I'm just saying like literally the definition of being not knowledgeable on a subject, which we all are, right? We all don't know everything about everything, or even a little bit about many things. But that doesn't mean that we run around and just constantly refuse to believe those things because we don't know what they are, you know. And it is funny when he talks sometimes about like the same technology that allows them to make these videos, right? Publish it on the internet and do all of that wirelessly and so on and so forth, is the same technology that they are essentially refuting in their video because they don't understand how it works. So the thing that they are so ignorant of, that they're making all of these really dumb, propositions about in order to try to prove their point, those very things are allowing them to put it out globally. So it's pretty entertaining. He goes hard in the paint. He has no patience for people just constantly throwing scientists under the bus, you know, representing them as some sort of like, you know, that they are the elites, or that they are, you know, whatever the deep state or the equivalent of that. He has no patience for it, and I get it. I don't disagree with him. I think it's become absolute lunacy. But yeah, check it out if you're interested to see a different perspective other than all these people who are just sort of like putting out videos on everything anti science, and it's good stuff. And he covers a lot of different ground. So, and he does also not just sort of like this debunking of the anti-scientists out there, but he does also some like actual courses on. There's actually one that he has that I'm interested in doing on mycology. He has a whole playlist on mycology, which I'm interested in. So I want to start to do that at some point. But he has a slew of these. And he has, many millions of, maybe hundreds of millions of views. I don't know. I didn't go back and check before recording this. But, give him a look. Professor Dave Explains. All right, folks. We got in a little over 6 minutos. If you walked with me, and if not, I still appreciate you watching all this way. And I will see you in the next video.